So, since New Earth, I've been feeling this big energy shift and a lot of insights, but I did not have enough clarity to put my finger on and say, this is the exact change and shift I've been feeling. Till I was listening to JP last night, and he made a comment about rescuers' consciousness, and that clicked and that struck a chord, and everything just started becoming much clearer in the clarity and understanding of the different types of consciousness. So, the first one, which is the lowest frequency we can be at, is the victim consciousness. Victim consciousness is people who are always feeling bad for themselves, or feeling like they have been wronged continuously. And they feed off the energy of others like a parasite. The attention they get from that sympathy is it's an addiction. It's something they don't want to get out of because it constantly feeds them. It drains the other person, but to them it's their only source of energy. People who live in victim consciousness are more prone to accidents because they put that energy out that they're a victim, and everything around them comes together to make them feel like that, because that's what their consciousness is magnetized to. So basically, accidents are not accidents, they are attracted by a victim continuously. With my own self, every time I've been in a car accident, I've realized either I've been really angry or I've been wallowing in self pity. And with the whole portal opening and listening to uh, other channels, I realized that there's no place for victim consciousness in New Earth. 1111 was New Earth, and since the portal has opened, there is no place for this consciousness. It's not supported. So the people who will be in this energy, will be in the state of consciousness, are going to suffer a lot. Now, the victim consciousness cannot exist without an enabler, someone who is feeding them. So that is the rescuer consciousness. Rescuer consciousness is in people who, again, are trying to run away from their own problems by trying to fix the problems in another person's life. So they're trying to feed their own ego, trying to feel better about themselves by trying to fix what is happening in someone else's life. They don't realize how toxic it can be to their own self, because the parasite is sucking the energy from them and they are giving their energy to them, so they come down to that level, and slowly a rescuer will always come down and become a victim if they are in that magnetic field of a victim. Rescuers are not equipped with the tools of healing. They do not have that understanding and that awareness. For a rescuer, it's very important to first heal yourself. Most commonly, you see these rescuers across social media. When you put a post about something, they'll be the first ones to respond and say, I am there for you, and if you want to reach out to me, I'm here to listen. But a lot of time their actions and their words do not match each other. They'll probably be projecting themselves at someone else, or not hurting consciously, but have hurtful actions towards the other person that will not make them extremely approachable. So a rescuer, even though they have the best intentions and they want to help, but it's very detrimental to a victim. So for a rescuer, I think the best step is to take a step back and first heal themselves and try to live more by example, cut off the toxicity for them to heal. They need to be able to build relationships in their personal lives where people can approach them, because an unknown person is not going to approach someone they have never spoken to or someone who seems extremely cold, but they will approach someone they feel comfortable with. So, this relationship between the rescuer and a victim is very egocentric, and they both actually feed off each other. They feel better by the attention they get from each other. So, they love the attention that they get from someone who is asking for sympathy from them. So, it's a very parasitic relationship. Now, moving on to a healer's consciousness. When we think of a healer, we think of someone who just place their hand on you and all the pain will go away and all your problems, all your life problems will go away. But that's not the role of a healer at all. A healer is someone who will first heal themselves. They will live by example and then want to share the tools of healing with you. The two main qualities of a healer are awareness and detachment. So, um, as a human being, it is very hard to see someone close to you who is in pain. So, you need that level of awareness and attachment to be able to help them. So, awareness that pain is a part of life, awareness that everyone is responsible for their own actions. If they don't get back what they have done, or they don't reap the fruit of their action and they run away from it, they will never grow and they will never learn. Learning is made through mistakes. Disappointments and pain do help you grow, and they bring you closer to your higher self. They bring more confidence in yourself, a more deeper understanding and awareness. And a healer has to be detached enough to not interfere with that process, to not interfere with the experiences that a person needs to go through. A healer will let things run its course. Uh, he does not look at suffering as something that's bad. The healer will always look at suffering that is deepening you and letting go of older patterns. That is what makes him or her empathize more than sympathize. And he understands that life is the way it is. It doesn't need too many opinions. And that's why he will never be compatible with the victim and rescuer consciousness. So a healer will always be there to support. A healer will be there to guide you. He will teach you how to heal yourself, how to not be dependent on others. He will not even let you be dependent on his own self. A healer is someone who will teach you that you create your life and you have the power to do the exact same thing that they have done. So they will not cushion you, they will not coddle you, they will push you, and they will help you increase your awareness to a very higher, towards your higher self, and so that you can live your life without being dependent on other people's help, other people's opinion. You learn how to coexist rather than being codependent. So basically, being through all these phases, it has brought a deeper understanding through the experience, and so I'm able to share this with you. And thank you for joining me.